Good morning, Angela Yee.
Good morning, DJ Envy.
Charlamagne the God.
Good morning. What's today? Peace to the planet. It's Tuesday.
Yes, it's Tuesday.
What's happening? Hey, salute to everybody who came out to the Foot Locker on 34th Street in Times Square yesterday. I was out there. I did a one-on-one interview with the founders of FUBU.
Okay.
One-on-four, because it's four of them.
For them.
Okay.
Yeah, they got the new Puma collaboration.
Okay.
So they got this, I think it's called the Puma Suede 50.
They also have a FUBU mobile store in Brooklyn.
That's what they were saying
It's
yesterday.
actually right next to Mango Seed and Laila Ali, which is where I always go eat.
I see that picture all the time, but I didn't think it really
Yeah, it's
existed.
right next door.
And they said that they're opening up a FUBU hotel. You can't tell me you wouldn't stay in a For Us By Us hotel.
Absolutely.
That would be phenomenal. That's still one of the greatest acronyms ever.
Absolutely.
And it means a lot in this area. So salute to the founders of FUBU. Drop on a clues bomb for them, damn it.
Shout out to little Logan. Yesterday he had a couple of basketball games, and for the last 6 months he wasn't playing ball like himself. I don't know what it was. I don't know what was on his mind. He had to shake it off, but he's back looking like him. He dropped 30 yesterday. I wasn't mad at him, boy. That boy is back to balling. So shout out to little Logan. And I finished El Chapo.
Oh, yeah.
I finished El Chapo. El Chapo's an amazing show. I know you guys don't watch it, but you got to watch El Chapo one time. It's pretty good.
Cool.
Nah, that's really good.
I tried to watch the first season. No, I tried to watch some of it. What was it? You know, I'm thinking of Pablo.
You think
Hey, man.
Narcos? You thinking Narcos?
Yeah.
All
What's
drug
going on
dealers
here?
look alike to me, man.
Oh,
I'm
there
sorry.
you go.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I can't help it. All
Don't
drug
have the
dealers
drug
look alike
dealers
to me.
upset with you for saying that,
The
please.
drug dealers gonna be outside protesting me with signs. They're gonna be online asking to get me canceled.
Right,
Okay.
exactly.
Well, yesterday I was at the juice bar. We actually just put a library there, which is exciting to me. I got a nice bookshelf. So I've been trying to fill up the bookshelf with all kinds of books and things for people to read. So I was over there yesterday, spending the day at our other little side hustle.
That's right. Okay.
Well, speaking
Have
of
a
books,
great day.
somebody will be here promoting the book today.
That's right. Laila Ali will be joining us.
Yes, that is royalty to me. That is the daughter of Muhammad Ali.
Mhm.
Okay.
Give a round of applause, people. So Laila Ali,
Damn
man.
right, bro. What's wrong with you? Show some respect.
So we'll kick it with Laila Ali in a little bit, and then shoot your shot. We haven't done that in the new year, have we?
Nope.
Nope. So we're gonna set somebody up for shoot your shot. If you don't know what shoot your shot is, that's if you see somebody that you want to holler at, maybe maybe one of your coworkers, maybe somebody you've seen on the train or bus, and you want to holler at them. We'll help you do that. We'll put you live
It's
on
kind
the
of
air
a safe
and let you
space.
do it.
It's a safe space. You know, we live in the whole Me Too times up moment, and people don't really know how to talk to each other anymore, especially men when it comes to women. So we kind of create a safe space for a man to safely holler at a woman.
Okay.
Right.
All right. So we'll do that as well. All right. Let's get the show cracking. Front page news. What are we talking about?
Well, the shutdown is over. We'll tell you what happened after this 3-day deadlock and what's coming for the future.
Okay. We'll get into all that when we come back. Keep it locked. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club.
Hey!
All right, well, let's get into some front page news. Now, is the government still shut down, Yee?
No, they have actually signed a bill ending that shutdown for now, and that is going to be funds until February 8th. So they have until February 8th to figure out what's going to happen in the future. Of course, one of the big issues is what's going to happen with the Dreamers who are here in this country, so they have to figure out a fix for DACA.
Listen, man, they might as well let this ride out till March, all right? Don't be interrupting Black History Month with y'all little government shutdowns and stuff. We got a lot going on next month. We got
But
Black
it's really
Panther movie
important
coming
for
out.
people who aren't sure if they're going to be able to stay in this country or not, families being torn apart. It's a huge deal to make sure that we can fix whatever needs to be fixed to make sure they can stay in this country.
So that's what the government shutdown is about?
Well, Democrats want to fix to what's happening with DACA, and the Republicans have no solution for that, and so right now it's in limbo. Because what's keeping them, the Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals program, is going to expire in March, and they haven't come up with a solution.
Oh, so the government is shut down because they haven't come up with a solution about what to do with the Dreamers.
That's what the Democrats want them to come up with that. So the reason why they haven't voted to get the funding going is because they want the Republicans to come to the table and say, all right, we're going to fix this, we're going to do this. It's kind of a bartering.
All too complicated for me.
All right, well, let's talk about this Hawaii governor. How'd he mess up?
The Hawaii governor actually, did you guys see what happened when they were saying that there was
a missile coming?
A missile, yes.
Yeah.
It was a false emergency missile alert that people got on their cell phones. Now, the governor, the problem was he couldn't access his Twitter account because he was locked out and didn't know his password. So the reason why he couldn't inform the public that they would not die in that ballistic missile attack was because, he forgot his password. Something we all do.
Yeah, I've been there before, but I ain't the governor where I got to tell people chill out, though.
You don't have to tell people there's no missile attack.
Now, I call it my assistant, be like, what's my password again? But I ain't had to tell him that there was no missile
He
coming.
probably had to send to his email a new password and reset and...
Y'all Y'all don't see the problem with this? I keep telling y'all that some War of the Worlds, some Orson Welles War of the Worlds type of stuff is going to happen because everything is at the touch of a button. All it takes is one false alarm like that to cause absolute panic.
And then I can't get on Twitter to let people know there was a false alarm.
Come on, man.
All right, you want to do this fake news story?
Well, what I was going to talk about was TBS and CNN. According to a black employee there, Wanda Bird, she says she's worked there for 13 years. She said she's a mid-level manager, but she said she was passed over for a promotion to a senior-level position, and that job went to a less skilled and qualified white man. She's saying that black people have to work 3 times as hard to get ahead at TBS and CNN, and she also is saying that nobody of color has the title of senior VP or higher, so they are actually promoted at a significantly lower rate than the white people that work there. And also most black employees in certain divisions are less powerful and have non-revenue generating jobs. So she said she's not only suing for herself, she wants to make this a class action suit to make sure that other people benefit from this.
Okay. All right. Well, that's front page news. Now get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you're upset, you need to vent, hit us up right now. Maybe you're pissed off. Maybe you had a bad night, bad morning. Or if you just want to tell them why you're blessed, hit us up right now. 800-585-1051. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Sean, what up?
Gary, what up?
Get it off your chest, bro.
I want to know where this term African Latino comes from.
You said what?
I've never heard Afro-Latina. I've never heard it before in my life.
You know the crazy part about it is I didn't understand it either about Afro-Latina. I thought it was, when I first heard it, I thought it was African-American and a Latino. That's what I really thought it was.
I did too.
And then when you ask somebody, they seem like you should know, and they get upset when you ask questions about it. So, bro, I don't know. Do you know?
We did have Dasha Polanco up here who explained it before, prior to this.
Yeah, I mean, it's a lot of different conversations. I did a whole podcast with Vanessa Marco and I can't pronounce her name. Vanessa Marco and another young lady, I think Mara, and they explained it as well.
Yeah, so it's been explained up here.
So explain it.
They have African descent, but
no one walks around calling themselves that.
Oh, by the way, I talked to Laz Alonso yesterday. They said he says he hates that term because he says he just likes to be referred to as black, which it also confuses me. But I'll let him explain that when he comes up here.
There's no one in the face of God who walks around and claims that as that's what they are. No one calls themselves that.
Well, apparently some people do.
I'm Latina.
So Amara La Negres is of African descent, but she's Latin.
The moral of the story is everybody don't know everything, and that's why we sit around and we have conversations. We try to educate each other. Period. That's like as simple as that. I don't know why people act like it's so crazy that for someone to say I've never heard the term Afro-Latino.
Well, we've definitely heard it up here because we discussed it up here.
Even though I still don't understand it to this day. I'm still a little bit confused by it because everybody has a different explanation. Everybody feels a different way about it.
You're of African descent, but you're Latino. So she's a Latina from the Dominican Republic, but her ancestors came over from Africa, just like we have ancestors that came here from Africa.
I thought it was the dark-skinned Latinos who called
themselves African. No,
not. See, you still doesn't understand.
Yeah.
Hello, who's this?
Hey, Durwood.
Hey, what's up, man? Get it off your chest, bro.
Hey, man, I'm black and feeling good, and I just want to spread some love to y'all, man. I like how y'all doing everything. I listen to y'all every morning.
Oh, thank you for having no taste, sir.
No, stop it, man. You got a baby on the way, too, they said?
Who's that?
Yeah, I got a baby on the way.
They said.
Well, congratulations on that baby on the way, man.
Is that going to be a little Leo baby?
I don't know. I wish it was a Sagittarius.
Well, that's not going to happen.
Well, have a good one. Make sure your baby moms and your girl is okay.
Like a live show. Can y'all have a live show for us so we can come up there and meet y'all or something?
We've done a lot of live shows in different cities.
Oh, I need to find out. I couldn't find them, you know? I need to come see y'all.
Where you from?
I'm from Delaware.
All right, well, we're not doing a show in Delaware anytime soon.
No, I mean, I could drive up to New York or something, you know, it ain't a problem.
Next, we'll try to get a live showing for you so that people could come out and meet us and do some stuff live in front of people.
All right, man, because y'all got a lot of wisdom. I know Charlamagne got a lot of wisdom, you know.
I don't know nothing. I don't know a goddamn thing.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
All right?
Get it off your chest. 800-585-1051. If you're upset, you need to vent. Hit us now. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Hello, who's this?
This is Brittany.
Hey, good morning, Mama. Get it off your chest.
Oh, I'm mad, and I want everyone to know because yesterday I went into BMW to pick up my car because all 5 Series have recall.
Mm-hmm.
So when I go in, they sitting there and they was like, oh, okay, what are you here for? I was like, I'm here to pick up my loan car. So after I get there, the man was like, oh, all we have are Enterprise cars than Chevy. But the point that makes me so upset is that it was free. Caucasian women walked in and they was picking out the loaner cars that they want, whereas he's gonna hand me a key to something as if I don't deserve it. And I'm here to tell them that just because someone is young and black doesn't necessarily mean that they're stupid. Not enough to call corporate on you and let them know this is how you're treating
Well,
them.
you better do that. You better call corporate. You better send corporate an email. That used to happen to me back in the day when you go to the dealership and they be like, "There's no more loaner cars," and they give you like the smallest Toyota they could possibly find. Yeah, that used to happen. But I would raise sand and I would curse and kick and yell, and they usually give you your call, but definitely write a letter, send an email or corporate.
Which reminds me, I'm having a really serious issue with my car. When I start my car, it automatically goes into neutral sometimes. Like when I pull off, it just switches into neutral.
Yeah, you better take that car. Right?
I know, I'm going to take it in this week.
Hello, who's this?
This Southside Chief from Minneapolis, Minnesota.
What's up, bro? Get it off your chest.
Oh, man, I'm just trying to shout out my music video. Gee, I'm stressed right now. You know what I'm saying? It's not really going too well. I need some tips.
You have a music video? Let's see it. Where can we
I
see
be
it?
tagging it on Twitter all the time.
So do 1,000 people.
Oh, man.
Tag us now. Tag us now. We try to retweet it, all right?
All right, for sure.
Hello, who's this?
Yo, it's shaking, everything's shaking. It's a big homie, man. You already know.
You don't sound like a big
The
homie,
big
son.
homie shaking.
All right, but
We ain't even gonna keep on doing that, Charlotte, man.
You just don't sound like a big homie. I'm sorry.
get it off your chest, big
You
homie.
sound like you need more vitamin C in your life.
All right, listen, though. Yo, I wanna say a couple of things. One, I wanna say shout out to Charlamagne because you didn't go hard, but you did kind of put Shorty in her place yesterday.
Put it in her place.
No, I didn't.
For what?
We were having a conversation.
Let him finish what he said.
Yeah, let me talk. Because she
Damn.
did blackface before. You feel me?
What?
And she did blackface. I don't even want to say her name, but she did the blackface before.
What did she do blackface?
She probably didn't admit it, but she did the blackface before. And she got people threatening. She got people threatening a beauty pageant contestant named Geisha Montez, sending her family death threats, sending her life death threats because she did the blackface. If Geisha didn't know that the blackface was a problem, and she didn't know that the blackface was a problem when she first did it, why she got her fans going in?
So wait, so how does she have people threatening her? She told people to threaten this woman?
Because she put up a post that directly tagged Geisha in the post, and everyone started going at her because she made it seem like it was a problem and Geisha was trying to destroy her character. When Geisha did it, she didn't know that it would be a problem, just as well as the chick didn't know it would be a problem. So what I wanted to say was, if the chick didn't know that it was a problem when she did it, and she was informed later how big of an issue it was, why would you make a big deal and freaking stop someone that's going through trauma?
I don't know. I
Yeah,
don't know
we can't
about
really
that.
speak on this
I
because I
don't know what y'all talking about. All I know is Black Panther come out February 16th.
Post it, and I'm gonna tag that one on Twitter.
All right, do that now. I have no idea. What
I
he's talking
remember
about.
up here though saying that blackface, where she's from, is not like it's perceived not to be like it is here. She said a lot of people have done her in blackface and it's not offensive there, but
When you say
here it
blackface,
is.
what do you mean? Paint your face
Yeah, like
black?
because she's darker, people will, if they're gonna
Make it
imitate
darker
her,
than her face
right?
is. Oh.
All I know is Amara
She said that here.
is a lovely young lady, and Black Panther comes out February 16th.
All right.
I don't know what the hell y'all talking about this morning.
You got rumors on the way, Yee?
Yes, let's talk about Bill Cosby. He's back to work, and we'll tell you what it is that he just did.
All right, we'll get into all that when we come back. Keep it locked. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Good morning to you guys. It's a happy, wonderful, glorious Tuesday.
If you don't shut your beige ass up,
Don't
shut your beige
Don't
ass
call,
up.
don't call me beige.
All right, all cheerful on a
Don't
Tuesday
call me
morning for no
beige.
goddamn
Do not
reason.
Call me
All right?
beige.
You better
Yours is
hush.
very passionate.
You better
Do
hush.
not call me beige.
Envy yelled out a little while ago, I'm not black, I'm Jose.
No, I didn't. I did not. Don't call me beige anymore. I'm not playing with
Waffle colored Negro.
you. You know what? Let's get to the rumors. We're talking Nick Cannon.
Well, Nick Cannon is paying his respect to the ladies, and he put out a 3-song EP called Singing with Dream Girls.
Nick Cannon?
Yes. So he actually picked some of his favorite songs from SZA, Kehlani, and her. And here is The Weeknd, sung by Nick Cannon.
I am her man and her man and her man and her man too. I am her man and her man, hers and her man. Tuesday and Wednesday, Thursday and Friday, keep all my bitches satisfied through the weekend.
Drop a fart on this, please. Fart all over it. Nick, stop. Fart all over this record, Nick. Stop, man. Stop, man. Nick, let the women shine, my brother. All right? We don't need you remixing that song.
Well, it's not a remix. He really covered them.
We don't need you covering their songs, turning them into struggle records, and calling them bitches on there.
I love Nick Cannon.
I say bitches.
Exactly. Come on, man. In the middle of the Time's Up Me Too movement.
Why Nick Cannon keep doing this?
Why all Nick Cannon music on Wild 'N Out sound better than it do when he actually go in the studio and actually takes time making records?
All right.
Why'd you play that?
Because I thought it was interesting.
My Jesus Christ.
And we're promoting Nick Cannon's new 3-song EP.
Nobody wanted that.
All right, Bill Cosby is doing some stand-up. Yesterday he did a live comedy set, and he was in Philly alongside the Tony Williams Jazz Quartet. Now, most of what he said focused on him struggling with blindness, and he didn't really talk about his upcoming trial or anything like that. Here is what yesterday sounded like.
I have a daughter, very intelligent young lady. She said, watch it, watch it, watch it, watch it. My wife, who loves me, and does not want me to walk into anything, says, why is it these grown people can't talk? You know, I can understand if it was a baby. But I'm a grown up, I understand. Stop!
Why are people laughing? Because I ain't hearing nothing funny.
Maybe the audio is just bad, but it didn't sound funny.
It's not the audio, it's what really happened.
Bill Cosby has no idea he was on that stage. Bill sounded like he drugged himself and now he's incoherent, all right? Bill sound deaf, not blind.
Well, I don't know what happened at the restaurant. I don't know who was there or if it was a pop-up of him just showing up and performing, but he was back on stage. All right, and Top Dog Entertainment, TDE, have announced that they are doing a championship tour that's going to be with Kendrick Lamar. I don't know if you guys saw this. SZA, Schoolboy Q, J-Rock, Sir, Lance Skywalker, Absol, all of that. It all starts on May 4th. I actually got the picture. We had Sir up here, who was signed to TDE, of his mom with Michael Jackson back in the day, because Sir's mom used to do backup for Michael Jackson.
Right.
Well, drop one of Clues Bombs for Top Dog Entertainment.
That's going to be that.
When you can keep it in the family like that and y'all just go out on the road and get that money, why not? You got two of the biggest artists in the game, and Kendrick Lamar and SZA. Why not?
That's going to be amazing.
Go get all the money. Keep it in the family.
All right, well, I'm Angela Yee, and that's your rumor report.
All right, when we come back, we have Laila Ali in the building. She's a boxing champion. She's also written a couple of books, so we'll kick it with her.
She's the daughter of royalty, black royalty, Muhammad Ali.
That's right. So we'll kick it with Laila when we come back. Don't move. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
Yes, sir.
Miss Laila Ali.
What's up?
Welcome.
Thank you so much.
She got a new book, Food for Life.
And this is exciting for me because I'm actually always do my best to try to eat healthier, and cooking at home is really part of eating healthier too.
Definitely is. I've been cooking since I was like 9 or 10 years old. So a lot of people are like, "Oh, you went from boxing to cooking." It's like, no, actually, I went from cooking to boxing and back to cooking. You know. So I'm really passionate about encouraging others to live a healthy lifestyle. And I just learned that you have a juice bar, which I think is amazing.
Juices for Life in Brooklyn.
Yes, that's Juices for Life.
Juices for Life.
Look at that. Look how similar the names are. Because, you know, people don't realize that the food that you put into your body actually turns into the cells, that turn into the organs, your brain, your heart, all those things. But we don't think about food that way.
Right.
We just think about being hungry and getting our grub on. And that's why a lot of people are sick with chronic illnesses and diseases, and they don't realize that we can actually take control of our health, especially in communities of color. You know, so what I try to do is take the recipes that I've been cooking for many, many years, perfected them, and then also just made them as nutritious as possible. So you got your greens, you got your gumbo, you got your fried chicken, but oven fried chicken.
Gotcha.
You know, so you get all the flavor along with the nutrition.
So you're supposed to eat to live, not live to eat.
Exactly.
And that's what they always
But
say.
we want to enjoy food, right? He says
How to eat to live,
exactly. But I mean, we want to be able to enjoy food too,
Right?
Because I mean, come on, you know, food is like when you think about family, having good times. How many times do we go out and say, let's go have a meal together, let's go break bread together? So it needs to be good as well.
Now I would listen to you because you look good, but it can't just be the food. What else is?
Well, I think that, there's a lot. It's a holistic, right? I also have my blog, which is Laila Ali Lifestyle.com, and that's what I talk about, just living healthy, but it's holistic. You know, you got to be a positive person. Mm-hmm. You know, you got to have spirituality in your life. You know, you got to get the negative people out of your life. There's so many different things, right, that we all know we need to do, but in order to actually do them, I think it has to be a priority, and you have to actually write things down, have short-term goals, long-term goals, all these things. I'm not saying I'm perfect because I got a lot of things that I need to work on, but as long as you're thinking about it and you're thinking about how to be better instead of sitting back judging everybody else, think about how, you know, you can better yourself.
What did you learn first? Because you say you started cooking young, so what did you learn first? How to throw the right hook or how to cook?
That was hard. No, probably cooking because I was younger. I was like 9 or 10. I wasn't fighting at that point yet. Then I got a little older before I started doing my little street fighting and things and kind of went down the wrong road. But cooking for me, I actually did a lot of cooking for myself. And the first things I did was, you know, eggs, spaghetti, things like that. I called my grandma a lot on the phone. My family's from Louisiana, Creole. So I'm like, Grandma, how do you make gumbo? You know, she would tell me how to make the roux over the phone and all that. And I perfected it over the years. So
your dad didn't want you to be a boxer either. You had to kind of sneak.
Well, put it like this. I did it in secrecy to first find out if it's something that I actually could do. I knew I wanted to do it. I knew I liked to fight, but I knew that, you know, there was a lot of weight carrying the last name and there would be a lot of attention on me. I definitely didn't want to embarrass my family, myself, or my father. So I took the time to go to the gym and I was training and I lost about 30 pounds in the process. And I was telling everybody, I'm just working out. But I knew in my mind I really wanted to become a boxer. And then it got around once I got to sparring, dropped a couple guys in the gym. It got around like, wait, hold up. Wait, what's she trying to do? Now, she has some punching power, too. So then my dad came in town and was like, so are you going to be boxing? I was like, yeah, Dad. And then he tried to talk me out of it indirectly. He's like, what you going to do if you get knocked out? You know, the whole world's watching. What you going to do if this happens, if that happens? I was like, I'm going to handle it, Dad. And then he finally told me it was really on his mind. He's like, it's not for women. It's too hard. I was a baby girl.
Right.
And so I understand looking back, and I was like, you have a right to your opinion, Dad, but this is what I'm going to do.
Now, you mentioned street fighting. Why was you getting into street fighting?
Well, put it like this. I have a little bit of attitude about myself, okay? I'm very confident. You know, kids can take that. Muhammad Ali's daughter. You know, I always had the name brand stuff, all that. You know, people can be, they're going to look at you a certain way, act a certain way, and I never back down from a fight. So I have sisters that never got in trouble, but me, I was like, what's the problem? So I was not afraid to get down in the dirt, you know what I'm saying, and get back up, dust myself off. So I got in a few fights and got transferred to a few schools, had a little bit of a, you know,
you were a bad kid.
I was bad. Yeah, I like to say that I was bad. I ended up at juvenile hall at one point.
Wow.
Yeah, I ended up at juvenile hall 3 months.
So
not just a little bit of time.
That's
some real time. Yeah, it wasn't just overnight.
You broke somebody's jaw or something?
Well, no, you know, just being bad, not listening, not doing good in school. But I don't regret it because it actually helped turn me into the person that I am now. But I definitely, people don't, even with me looking the way that I look, people thought, oh, you're just trying to do, live off your father's name or whatever. And I was like, I've been a fighter since y'all just don't know. It's really in my heart to do. Like, I love it. Like, that's the one thing I love to do.
So your kids are scared of you. They don't mess around. They know.
No. It's so funny because they oh, trust me, you just see my Sydney. She's like, I'm afraid she's gonna try to be a fighter, but no, they're not. I'm also, you know, I mean, I'm a wife, I'm a mom, I'm very loving to my family, my friends. I don't go around trying to beat people up. Like,
so what did your parents say when you was in juvenile hall? Like,
what did they say?
Yeah,
they were like, we hope you're gonna learn and listen now.
Good for your ass.
Yeah, it was good. My mom, of course, was hard for her to see, but at the same time, she's like, maybe now she's finally gonna listen. You know, she's finally.
It's interesting because having a famous father had the reverse effect. It actually probably made things a little harder for you with people giving you a difficult time.
Having my father?
Yeah.
You know, I don't complain about that because I don't know anything different. So, I mean, having Muhammad Ali as a father has been just amazing. Just the pride that I have, having that same blood running through my veins. And, you know, even with my boxing career, it was hard in the sense that I never had that period of being able to really learn. I learned in the ring, like with the lights on, you know what I'm saying? And, you know, everybody fought me 10 times harder. You know, even though women's boxing was a certain level and 168 pounds, to be honest with you, that's not where most of the talent is, just because there's just not a lot of girls there. But everyone I fought me 10 times harder because it was their moment. You know what I mean? So I had to be prepared. And I had trainers like Roger Mayweather, Floyd Mayweather, Buddy McGirt, you know, so I had the best of the best. And then with the genes and the DNA, that's why I kind of retired from boxing at a certain point, because I was just like, there's really nothing left for me here, and I've gone on to host shows. I host a show now, by the way, called Homemade Simple.
On the OWN network.
On OWN, yeah. So it's fun, and you know, now I'm getting to do some of the other things. I got that fight out of me, out of my system. Now I can go back to decorating and cooking, and you know, I'm cooking recipes out of the book, so it's amazing. So
this is interesting to me because I just assumed Muhammad Ali taught you how to throw them hands.
You know what?
Like
He didn't, and you know, but what's crazy is that when he finally, I mean, he supported me from the beginning. But when he finally came to me one time after a fight and said, I want to talk to you. And I was like, what is it? You know, he's real serious. And he almost had tears in his eyes. And he said, you know, I was wrong. Mm-hmm. He's like, women can fight. You can fight. And then he was just like, you know, you move around like me. You jab. You got a jab like me. You know, not exactly like him. But I'm saying you see a lot of the similarities because we're built kind of the same as our body structure and the quickness and all those things. So then it's kind of like, I was like that. You know, he never had a boy that was going to box. In fact, he never wanted any of us to. I'm the youngest of 9, and I'm the only boxer in the family, his last girl. But my father and I'm the one out of all the kids. It was like, I don't want to be Muslim. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do that. So we always kind of butt heads together. But he has a certain tremendous amount of respect at the same time, because I'm a chip off the old, was it block?
Yeah.
That was difficult for him when you told him you didn't want to be raised Muslim.
It was very difficult. Look at all that he'd been through. But at the same time, I told him it's not in my heart to do. You know, so he had to respect that. It was hard.
Were you the only one out of the 9 kids that said that?
Yeah, pretty much.
What was it? You loved ham that much?
No.
What?
But I didn't understand. But what I didn't understand, this is my water. But what I didn't understand, though, I was like, well, I'm gonna go to hell if I eat pork. I was like, I just can't. I don't understand that. I can be a good person. So, you know, but again, you know, what was in his heart to do, he did, and what was in my heart to do, I did. So it was great.
Would you ever get back in the ring just for fun, and giggles?
Money right, Laila there at night.
Really? You still training? You still train?
I stay training.
Got you.
Yeah, I got a little baby 6-pack right now.
Okay.
Yeah. No, I have a heavy bag hanging in my. You know, I just turned 40.
Wow.
Can you believe it?
No.
Amazing.
I know. I just turned 40. I can't believe it either. And but at the same time, because I think of my healthy lifestyle, the fact that I train all the time, you know, I can pretty much do anything I wanted to. So, you know, but you know, I don't think there's anyone there for me right now that would actually give me a good challenge.
How did you and your husband argue? Because he can't, you know, usually you can say something slick, but with you, you can't say that slickness.
It's funny because my husband, thank God, this husband, I'm on my second marriage, does not have a slick mouth.
The first one did.
He didn't have a slick mouth.
Okay.
No, he don't have a slick mouth. Now, me on the other hand, sometimes he's like, hold up now. You like, cause I'm I can get aggressive sometimes when it comes to things that I'm passionate about with the kids. No, we're gonna do this. He's like, hold up, you need to calm down. I would have never, but the thing is, I would never have married a man that I felt like I could overpower or that would feel overpowered by me. My husband played football, so he's an athlete, he's big, he's strong, he's not intimidated by me at all.
2 pounds of pressure to that jaw.
But I'm just saying, we don't ever, look, the times I do get mad, because Curtis hardly ever gets me heated, because I actually get hot. Like when you know when you really get mad, you get heated, and I'm like, and he'll be joking with me and grab me. I'm like, babe, like when I'm mad, I'm like, don't do that, because I don't even want to have that feeling towards you, that hot. I don't want to get hot. I don't even want to feel that way towards you. Like,
did you ever have the desire to prove yourself in the ring with a guy?
No. But to prove what? Yeah. I mean, I'm not one of those women that feels like I need to prove I'm stronger than men, I'm better than men. I feel that I'm equal to men, but I want to fight women. I don't want to fight, when I was fighting, I want to fight women, not men. And I feel that men will always be stronger than women. We're talking about pound for pound.
Right.
Of course I can there's men I've knocked out, beat up, you know, because all I sparred with was men. But they're also taken into consideration, they have to be a certain size, a certain weight, a certain skill level, all those different things. So I don't, as a woman, feel, I'm so confident in myself as a woman, I don't have to go around saying, I'm a woman, I'm strong, I can beat every man, you know, and I don't want to see women fighting men or none of that. I don't even want to see big women fighting little women. Like, even, you know, it's pound for pound. It's, you know, that's why there's weight classes.
Right.
Yeah.
Did you ever, when your father first came to you and said he didn't want you to fight because you were a woman, did you think that was sexism or just a father looking out for his daughter?
It's both with my dad. It was both. He didn't feel, it was both. It's just both. That's all I could say. So I had to prove to him 2 things. Not only as a woman could I do it, and I didn't understand, because we're taught to protect women, right? He knows. Now that I'm looking back and I think about all that my father went through with his career, you know, going, you know, and turning down, you know, not going to war and all those things, everything that he went through, right? That was all intertwined in me saying that I want to become a boxer. All the blood and the sweat and everything that happens in the gym is all men. It's grimy in there. He didn't just want me around that. All the shady people you have to deal with in the business of boxing. So it's just like, you know, all of that kind of comes, and then this just down to just, I don't want you, because he's Muslim, in a sports bra and shorts bouncing around the ring. He'd be like, what if they hit you in your breast? What you gonna do? There's stuff like that.
Right.
Women have babies. Like, that was his saying, like, see, you're not meant to fight. You're not meant to get. I was like, yeah, but Dad, we wear a chest protection just like you wear a cup. You know, we there's all those things. So he, you know, he had no. I kind of cornered him, and that's when he was just like, oh, I just don't want you to do it. So,
have you ever done any type of detox or thought about being vegan or anything like that?
I actually have a detox right now. It's called the Laila Ali 7-day detox.
What is that? Break it down. I'm always
What it is okay. So a lot of people are obviously just. I want to do it in general, but just with the book, I was telling people when they purchase the book, they get my detox free. And what it is the foundation of the detox is the shakes. So, but it's very customizable for everybody. So once they download it, it has a shake recipe. It also tells you how to build your own shake, tells you how to build your own plates, but then you also get advanced recipes from the book so that people just understand. It's really about detoxing from all the crap, all the additives, all the junk, and eating whole foods. And you can decide whether you want to have 1 shake a day or 2 shakes a day and 1 meal and snacks. So it has all the guidelines in there, but people can access it at LailaAliFreeDetox.com. And the detox is free when you buy the book.
You retired, you was undefeated, right?
Yep. Yes. 24-0, 21 knockouts.
Why they didn't label you as the baddest woman on the planet the way they did like Rousey when she was running through people? You think it's because of different sports? Or?
You might be able to think of a couple reasons for that.
White and stuff like that?
Possibly. I think it's easier. I mean, I think it's kind of known now. It's a little easier, you know, when you have a certain color skin. But I mean, you have to think, like Muhammad Ali's daughter, people call me pretty, you know, say that I had everything that it take, but I still wasn't able to get to a certain level because of, you know, just for certain reasons. So, but I mean, I'm not somebody who sits back and complains about things. You know, I think everything happens in due time. You got Clarissa Shields now, who's an Olympic champion. She's a young black girl, came out of Flint, Michigan, lived a hard life, went through a lot. She went to the Olympics, won twice. And women's boxing wasn't in the Olympics when I fought. She actually fights at the weight class I fought in. And she's doing great. I mean, you know, it's still not what I would have wanted. I would have wanted more because I have a big picture in my mind. But for her, that's great. You know, and I think that women's boxing is getting some good attention. So it's wonderful. I remember you
said the best in the world don't get beat. You still feel that way?
No. I said that?
Yeah, I thought in reference to Ronda Rousey. I think.
Oh no. I might have said something similar to that, but you don't get beat the way she got beat.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah, gotcha. I would say that you know, Ronda Rousey was a very good fighter. I never took anything away from her because she did, but she had some flaws, and they just got, you know. But I would never, you know, to just get 100% taken advantage of in the ring and just look like a little rag doll in the ring. That would never happen.
And then it happened again.
Yeah.
And then she just gave up.
Yeah, I think it's hard when you've been in your mind you're the best ever, and you really believe that, and you think that you're perfect, and then you find that you're not. People go through these deep depressions. I mean, it happened to George Foreman when my dad beat him. He went through a deep depression, and then he kind of went into hiding, and then he came out a whole different person. So they overcome some things. I've seen some people go through that. No one saw it but me, but some of the girls I fought went through that because they believed all the hype. Oh, she's nothing. She's just Ali's daughter, and you know, then they get beat by me. You know what I mean? And then they had to come to some realizations and things like that. But you can get beat, but it's who you get beat by and how you get beat. Muhammad Ali, he's the greatest of all time. He got beat.
But it's how he bounced back.
And it was later in his career. He wasn't in his prime anymore. All those different types of things. So it's like you have to look at it like that. Like people get beat by Floyd Mayweather. People go, well, it's Floyd Mayweather, right? So it just depends on who you get beat by.
That's why I get up. Okay. What do you think of Floyd? I know you mentioned your dad's the greatest of all time. Some people say Floyd is. What do you think about Floyd?
Floyd says he's the best ever, and he is a very good boxer, and I can see why he would think that about himself. And I think you should think that about yourself. Right. When you think about Muhammad Ali, though, we're talking about the greatest of all time. First of all, a lot of people call himself the GOAT. I know one thing. My father would have never came behind anyone else and called himself the GOAT. He was the original GOAT. You know, he made up that term, and he lived it inside and outside of the ring. So I think that's why some people are like, how could you, you know, but Floyd talking about just boxing, you know, that comes down to just in a matter of opinion, you know, because Floyd technically can do some really cool things in the ring, but he learned a lot of that, he may not realize, from Muhammad Ali, who was faster than Floyd at a heavyweight.
Yep.
That's what's crazy. My dad was a heavyweight doing the things that he was doing before anybody was doing it. So it really doesn't matter to me, because I really don't get into that conversation when it comes to boxing, because it's a matter of opinion. You think that person's best, you think that person's best. Well, who cares? You know what I mean? To even be in that group of people, to be even considered to be one of the best, is amazing. You're all going to go down in history. So I always said I want to be the best in my weight class.
Right.
You know, I never was like, I'm the #1 boxer female ever. But I'll tell you what, ain't nobody ever going to whoop me. I can say that. Call it what you want to.
How does it make you feel that America celebrates your father so much now, but when he was alive, he was public enemy
At one time, right?
Yeah.
It's amazing. I mean, I understand why. I understand, as we all know, the history of this country. And when he was at his prime, talking, you know, and uplifting people, making African American people love themselves and actually would change the world, then he was more of a threat. Then when he got sick, he was quiet. You know, he wasn't, people felt like he was no longer a threat. Then it was like they loved Muhammad Ali. So, you know, but he was a controversial person at one time, and he grew and he changed a certain, you know, even within himself, through his religion and what he would say about certain people. Then he ended up loving all people, you know, and feeling that all people were equal, because he went around the world and touched people and met people of all different religions and colors and saw how we were all connected. So my father was almost like an angel. Like, I'm telling you, the energy. Have you ever met him, been around?
Unfortunately, no.
You didn't?
No.
Oh,
I met him one time, but it was way later. It was at a Russell Simmons event when he had his philanthropic event that he did every year for the holidays.
So many people. I mean, obviously, people every day mention my dad and tell me the stories. And I still am amazed at how many people he's actually met. Like, people like, I met him at the airport. He picked me up when I was a kid. And as a kid, we used to roll around in this Rolls Royce, all of us. We'd go down to Wilshire Boulevard in LA.
Money.
He'd give out money. Yeah. You know, he'd shake hands. He'd be there for 2 and 3. It was annoying as a kid. We'd be there for 2 and 3 hours everywhere we went. But he loved people. And that's one thing and my dad, which I love about him, is that he was so, even though he was confident, you know, and brash and all those things, he was a humble person. He loved people. He never acted like he was better than anybody else or tried to floss his money in people's face and say, I got this and I got these clothes and I'm better than you. So that's what trips me out now about people when they make it, when they try to look down upon other people. That's what irritates me. So
I read that he used to interview you and your sisters.
Oh yeah.
What would he ask you?
Oh my God, he'd ask us all kind of stuff. Just the things parents ask their kids, what do you want to be when you grow up? You know, just different little questions. And he would, he kept tapes. He would record us. And yeah. My sister has them. My sister Hannah, she gets her hands on everything. So Hannah has the tapes, but just listening to him. And what's a real treat for me is not listening to myself, but listening to my dad when he was talking. You know, because as I got old enough to really ask him the questions that I would want to ask him, he couldn't really speak clearly anymore. So that was the thing, you know. So, but you could always communicate with him through his eyes.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that was.
Was he trying to prepare you for what was to come, maybe?
Like, meaning?
Just in life.
Probably. You know, probably. I mean, he even not through the video. I mean, through the recordings, he was always preparing us for what to come. My dad sat us down, and we had so many. Lectures. That's all he used to do, is talk to us about religion, talk to us about what's going on in the world, talk to us about, you know, teaching us how the world was going to be unfair to us. And unfortunately, a lot of black parents have to have that conversation with their kids. I'm thinking about now, when am I going to have this conversation with my kids, 6 and 9? But they're starting to know the difference between color now, and you know, especially with President Trump and all these different things that are going on, and they're just like, huh? And now I have to start explaining to them, you know, but without them feeling less than, because I believe personally that when you learn about slavery and all those things in school, as a kid, sometimes it gives you an inferiority, because you don't understand. It's like, they have more than me, you know, you must be better, you know, all this thing, but why were we treated? So you have to try to figure out a way to teach them, because you can't not teach them, because it's going to hit them in the face at some point, but without giving them that complex. You know, my daughter said to me the other day, we were going to sleep, and she said, Mom, you know, I wish my skin was this color. And she pointed to the light side of her hand, the underside of her hand. I said, and that's when I was just like, oh, damn, like,
body blow.
6 years old. And I was like, well, why? You know, and she's like, well, because I feel like, you know, Jesus' skin was that color. And, you know, all these different things. So I was just like, okay.
That lie.
So I was just like, you know, it's like, what do you say? You know, so I know what I said, but I'm just saying, it starts so young.
Absolutely.
So, you know, it's just one more thing. So my dad, to answer your question, I think definitely instilled that in us at a young age. So we are very aware. But I, in my life, try to be I try to be very inclusive of everybody, because the more I think we separate ourselves and define, like, I don't go around saying I'm a black woman and I'm this and I'm that, because I feel like you can see that I'm a black woman, you can see that I'm confident, you can see that I'm powerful, you can see that I can do anything that I want to do, and I have, you know, people who appreciate me of all shades and colors. So that's what, you know, I want to see us start looking at more of the ways that we're alike than we are different, but at the same time, you got to keep your eyes open and woke and be, you know, realistic about the way the world is.
How old were you when he first told you that the white man was the devil?
Oh my God. He actually didn't tell us that at that age, but he used to tell us, because I don't remember timing wise, because he changed that. He used to think that. But he said, you know, how come everything good is white and everything bad is black? You know, like angel food cake, you know, devil's food cake, you know, and then he kind of do the comparisons. The snow is white and this is this. And we were like, oh yeah. And I was like, he has some deep conversations. You know, I'm like, I'm only 7 or 8. Yeah, it's so funny.
Let me ask you this. They always tell men before they fight, right? You can't have sex for a certain amount of time. Do they tell women that also?
That's just kind of like a thing in boxing, you know, and it's more, I would say for me it would be more mental. You know what I mean? You don't want to have those kind of feelings. Like, I'm in straight up fight mode. Like, you can imagine if you knew you were going to fight somebody on a certain day at a certain time, you know who it is, you know this is going to happen. It's not like a street fight. So you want to be like in real beast mode. So I'm talking about when it comes to, was it going to kill me if I had some ice cream before the fight? No. But mentally, I'm going to feel like I didn't do everything that I need to do, because my confidence came from preparation. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't even want...
Is that what you call sex? Ice cream?
No. I'm sorry. No. Okay, so no, I would not have sex. I didn't want the ice cream. I don't even want sex. I'm talking about when it comes to fighting. Like, I don't want to have... You don't want to be in that feminine mode. I want to fuck somebody up mode. You know what I mean? Excuse my French.
How long did you
like 10 weeks before a fight. But no, you're not gonna go that long now. But I'm talking about maybe like 2 weeks leading up to the fight. Gotcha. That's when you would just be like, I'm not really feeling it.
And it's not the sex, it's the orgasm. So just sleep with a man that's not gonna make you.
Or just do a red light special or something. No, I'm just joking. Whoa, I'm just playing. I tell you that is off.
No, I'm joking. For guys, they say your knees get weak. I don't know if our knees get weak.
I'm just playing.
You was on the Food Network's Chopped.
Yes.
And you won.
I did a couple times.
So what brings you more joy, winning in the ring or winning in the kitchen?
I just like to win, period. I would say that, I mean, I haven't won at everything. I mean, I did Dance with the Stars. I went to the finals. I didn't win. I wasn't heartbroken. But when it came to cooking against celebrities, I was like, oh, I gotta win. But if I'm going up against chefs, so I'm gonna size up my competition, right? And let me see what my weight class is, and I wanna win, I wanna be the best, and that's what happened. But, you know, definitely boxing is my first love, and, you know, cooking is something that I'm super passionate about.
Gotcha.
It'll be a part of my life forever. I'm done boxing now, but I'll be cooking till the day I die.
Would you open a restaurant?
I would love to, but the thing is, you know, it's hard having a business and having people work for you. So I would definitely, I'm that type of person, I would want to be there. I would want to make sure it's right, and I'm not able to do that at this point. So it's something that I've been playing.
Gotta get some good partners.
Yeah, but kids, you don't want to just be doing it. It's like, if I do it, I want to do it right. So I'm saying it's a possibility. It definitely is.
Do women run into the same thing that men fighters run into, like women in the street challenging you?
No, I never have had that happen.
Gotcha.
You know what? I'm physically a big girl, and I think I have a certain type of energy about me. You know what I mean? So I'm sure, I would say somebody probably thought they would do it when they met me. They might have changed their mind. Because I'm ready. Like, trust me. Like,
You ready all the time.
I'm going to be ready all the time. Like, people meet me all the time, like, you don't have any security? Like, I was like, I got my right and my left. I'm good. But I do have sometimes. But I'm saying for the most part, I do travel alone. Like, I'm coming to New York for business or whatever, I'm by myself, but I feel confident and comfortable. But I'm a pretty likable person, though. People don't, I don't really have that problem. But if I did...
Have you ever felt like you wanted to do it? Like, has there anybody ever got you so heated, like, I'm about to put hands on you?
Like a radio personality.
No.
Like Charlamagne.
No.
To be for Wendy Williams or somebody.
Yeah, right. You know what? The thing is that she's my size.
Yeah.
But the thing is that I really have no interest in fighting women that are not professional fighters, because it wouldn't be a fight.
That doesn't look good for you.
Not only that, it wouldn't be a fight. It would just be like a knockout.
If you knocked out
knockout, right?
that would
that would be nice. Like, yeah, that wouldn't make me look good.
Right.
So no.
Well, we appreciate you for joining us.
Laila Ali.
Right now, Food for Life.
Yep.
And thank you for stopping by.
Yes, and get the detox.
These recipes this weekend.
And when does the show come on?
The show Homemade Simple comes on every Saturday at 9 a.m. and also it re-airs again on Oprah's Super Soul Sunday at 1.
Word.
On Sundays, yep. So twice.
But there you have it. It's Laila
I have
Ali.
a book signing. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Tribeca.
You can tell her. You can tell her.
Oh, and what I'm excited about is I'm also in New York City doing a book signing, couple book signings. So I have one today at Barnes & Noble Tribeca at 6 p.m. So
Okay,
make
6
sure you
p.m.
check
tonight.
me out. Huh?
It's her PR in the background.
You can say it out loud. You can say it out loud.
Business partner,
Oh, yeah.
sorry.
Oh, and then I'm doing bookends in Ridgewood, New Jersey. What day is that? Wednesday.
That's
yes,
tomorrow.
Yes.
Tomorrow. What
All
time?
right. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm all confused.
That's all right. What time?
It's okay.
6 p.m.
6 p.m. Okay.
Get it right. Barnes and Noble tonight. 6.
Ridgewood, New Jersey.
Wednesday.
Bookends tomorrow.
6.
Got you.
We got
Thank you,
it.
guys.
We got it.
Thank you.
All right. It's the Breakfast Club. It's Laila Ali. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get to the rumors. Let's talk Amara La Negra.
Well, yesterday, Amara La Negra from Love and Hip Hop was on the Breakfast Club, and a lot of things happened after this interview. She discussed, in particular, being an Afro-Latina who's of a darker complexion and how difficult it's been for her in this business. Here are some of what she had to say.
The struggle is very similar. Obviously, they'll always pick the lighter, you know, they'll always pick the ones that look, like I said before, like J-Lo's and Shakiras and stuff before they look at us. Who cares if you're talented? Who cares if you're educated? You know, you're always going to be the last option. And that's just...
so
it's just a
crazy to me,
symbol of
'cause I don't
beauty.
see that. Like, I guess I'm uptown a lot. I'm in New York.
But you don't see it where?
I don't even see it in
I
Hollywood no more. I feel like times have changed a lot.
Okay, but the same thing I go back to. For the most part, I'm coming from the Latin market into the American, and this is the struggles that we have.
Right, you can
You
say
sure
you
it's not
don't...
in your mind?
We
It's
just
not
saw it
because
happen on Love and
it's
Hip
not
Hop.
because
Yeah,
you
but
can.
that's Love and Hip Hop. That's a storyline. And who the
But
is in
it's
Hollywood?
but it's a true but it's
Who
a
is
true
he?
yeah, but it's a true storyline. Like, it's not even, we didn't have to fake it because it's the truth.
All right. Well, after that, Laz and Charlamagne had a conversation on social media.
Oh, we actually had a conversation on the phone, but it started
Well,
on
this
social
is what we
media.
saw. You, my guy. This is Laz Alonso. You, my guy. But to question colorism in Latin America because Cardi B made it is like questioning it in America because Will Smith did. The problem exists. Turn on Telemundo, Univision, or look for any black women, Latin female artists on any Latin awards. You won't find them. The problem is worse in Latin America than it is here.
Oh, by the way, Laz Alonso called me yesterday to say my bad because he only saw the 60-second clip. And then once he saw the whole interview, he called me to have a conversation about the whole thing. Because I did not say anything about I did not use Cardi B to dismiss colorism in Latin America. You know how crazy that sounds?
Well, here is what you said about Cardi B with Amara La Negra.
And even with what happened now, being able to use my voice to actually make a change, and just in case y'all didn't know, this is happening to us over here. Because people focus on what's happening in this part of the world, but kind of forget that over here, there's more people.
And it's great for all the little girls that can look up to you, because who did you look up to when you were a little girl?
When I was little, I used to look up to Celia Cruz. She was the only Afro-Latina that made it, like, worldwide. She was, like, our Michael Jackson. The new generation that's coming up doesn't have anybody. So I just feel like it's my place to make that difference, to tell you, you know what? Don't ever feel as if you need to change who you are or the way that you look in order to succeed.
That
Well,
clip had nothing to do with Cardi
More
B.
on Cardi B, the next one.
Yeah, that's the clip. That's
Here
what
it
I'm
is.
saying.
Here it is.
Well, what is Cardi B?
Cardi B is Dominican, and I think she's mixed with
or something.
She's mixed with
So
something
how do you
else.
explain her? Cardi teeth was messed up. She came from the strip club. She
Yes, but
so-called
what-
ratchet and ghetto as hell. And now she's America's darling.
America's darling.
But she was our darling before America. So it's like
Okay, so at the end of
we
the
like
day,
Cardi. We like her. Like
yes,
just like how I
but
think people like
she
you.
popped up in the American, not the Latin market.
You guys don't
And now
even
the
know
Latin
about
market is
this.
accepting
Because
her.
she's lighter than you, too? Why you look at me like that?
I'm confused.
It's kind of...
See,
I think the confusion with that right there was the simple fact that we were discussing the entertainment industry and she was discussing Afro-Latino. I didn't know she was talking about dark-skinned Afro-Latinos in that moment. I thought she was just talking about Afro-Latinos prospering in the industry, period. That's why I said Cardi B.
well, the thing that bothers me about the whole thing is I was listening to people sometimes, and when we were asking them questions, people were like, oh, how could you ask her that? Because I really don't know. I don't watch Telemundo. I don't watch Univision.
But you're Spanish.
Don't start that. No, listen, I am not. And that's another thing. I'm not Spanish.
Black, I'm Jose.
Don't listen to Charlamagne. Charlamagne jokes and says I'm Latino, I'm Puerto Rican, I'm Dominican, I'm everything. I'm Cuban. No, I am not. I'm actually all black.
I'm never accused of being Cuban. I'm Cuban.
But back to the rumor. Back to the rumor report. Cardi B's sister obviously posted a message. I like her. She's obviously beautiful. This is the same message my sister's been trying to spread for a while, but it doesn't count because she's not so dark. So what I don't like is that they asked her if she feels that Cardi made it because she's lighter skinned, and she made a face basically insinuating yes. People F for Cardi because of who she is, not because she's light skinned. I think that's what Charlamagne was trying to say. A girl from her same country with the same hair and braids from the hood that had to become a stripper because it was hard for her to find a job because of her hair and color. People like her because she doesn't sugarcoat. That's why people like her, not because she's light skinned.
Listen, man, I don't care if y'all mad. If I don't understand something, I'm going to ask questions, period.
Absolutely.
And not once did we dismiss colorism or dismiss her struggle. I was just trying to understand what the struggle is. And the only thing I pushed back on was colorism in the entertainment industry, because I see women of color of all shades popping right now, especially over the past year. That's it.
Right, and she was discussing her own personal experiences, auditioning for things and being told she could play the role of a prostitute.
And it got and it was a conversation. All those issues got conflated, and it, I don't know. But
all right,
God bless Amara.
Hopefully this is a learning experience for everyone, and everybody's learning what the term Afro-Latina means. And
I'm trying, but I'm dumb. Okay, I didn't graduate. I didn't go to college.
I'm Angela Yee, and that's your rumor report.
All right.
Yes,
now, my Afro-Latino co-host, could you please set me up, please?
I'm not Afro-Latino.
You were yesterday when you was taking that heat. All right.
No, I was all types of things. They called me. I was like, I'm not Puerto Rican. I'm black. Like
Jose, tell me, set me up, please.
I can't even make fun of you because if I call you something black, then I get in trouble.
Why you want to call me something black?
Because you always call me light skinned and khaki color.
I don't. I call you beige.
I take it offensive.
Well, whatever, you beige bitch. Set me up, please.
Hold on. Y'all stop. That's enough. You guys are taking it too far. You called him a beige bitch. That's my name for you.
You just called me black and you said nothing.
You are black. You know what? I'm not messing with you. I'm not messing with you. You know what?
Everybody stop.
And why'd you have to repeat beige bitch? You didn't have to repeat that. Like you wanted to get that off.
Salute to Nori, man. Nori just texted me and said I'm Latino. What does that mean? What's up, man?
Who you giving your donkey to?
A Hawaiian.
What? Nori, text that to
me. I want Hawaii to come to the front of the congregation, goddammit. A Hawaiian about to get this work.
Nori texted me too and said I'm Latino.
You know what, man?
Is he Afro-Latino?
I don't know. All right. Dog Tuesday next. Goodbye.
Yes, Donkey today for Tuesday, January 23rd goes to the governor of Hawaii, Governor David Ige. Now, if you remember a couple weeks ago, Hawaiians and tourists in Hawaii thought they were going to die. All right, the reason they thought they was going to die was because emergency alerts went off all through the island. Now, you know how you be sitting around sometime and your phone give you an Amber Rose alert or a flood warning alert, stuff like that. Mm-hmm. Imagine minding your business in Hawaii and you get a text message that reads, ballistic missile threat inbound to Hawaii. Seek immediate shelter. This is not a drill. Well, that's what happened. But by the good graces of God, it was a false alarm, and Governor David Ige explained to the people what happened. Let's hear it.
Early this morning, an error was made and a false alarm was sent to cell phones and to TV and radio. We investigated, and as soon as we became aware that it was an error, we took action to send the notification that it was a false alarm. An error was made in emergency management. It was a procedure that occurs at the change of shift where they go through to make sure that the system is working, and an employee pushed the wrong button.
He pushed the wrong button. I am telling you that one day soon we are all going to find ourselves in an Orson Welles War of the Worlds situation. Kids, if you don't know what Orson Welles War of the Worlds is, then do your Googles. Siri is your friend, ask her, but I'll give you a quick summary. It was a radio drama, a story told on a radio show in the form of a news bulletin, and it started off with the reports of an explosion on Mars, then an unusual object falling on the ground somewhere in Jersey, and then Martians emerging from the objects, and an alien invasion happened here in America. Now, in the days following the War of the Worlds, widespread outrage happened the same way y'all get fake outrage now over things on social media. It was just like that, because a lot of people didn't realize that it was a radio bit. Now, it was 1938 when this happened, okay? And radio was everything, sort of like social media is everything now for all you digital D-heads. But in the era we live in, where leaders of the free world are all over social media and other political figures are all over social media, all it takes is one good hacking of someone's account to post something that could send the world into a frenzy. Think about the anxiety attacks, possible heart attacks, possible suicides that possibly could have happened in Hawaii because someone hit the wrong button. Imagine me having a heart attack and dying because you hit the wrong button. Okay, a lot of things you can hit the wrong button on. You can hit the wrong button on your phone. You can hit the wrong button on the elevator, but you can't hit the wrong button for the emergency alert that tells you that a ballistic missile threat is inbound. You don't get in heaven making mistakes like that. But it's more to the story. Governor David Ige made another confession to the Honolulu Star-Advertiser. See, I know they sent out an emergency alert clearing up the mistake and telling people there is no missile threat or danger to the state of Hawaii. Repeat false alarm. But in a time like that, I want to hear more from my leader. All right, Governor David Ige, okay? I want you to hold a press conference and make a statement, which he did, which I expected. But Governor David Ige made a confession. See, the governor of Hawaii wanted to inform the public that they would not die in a ballistic missile attack. But he says he forgot his Twitter password. Governor David Ige said, and I quote, that I have to confess that I don't know my Twitter account logons and the passwords. So certainly that's one of the changes that I've made. I've been putting that on my phone so that we can access the social media directly. Personally, I don't want any presidents, governors, mayors, any of those type of people on social media. The room for error is too high. You know how we complain about fights breaking out, or shootouts breaking out, or random acts of violence happening, and instead of people calling 911, they pull their phone out to record? That's how I feel about this situation. If it's an emergency, I don't want my leaders in government running the social media. Why? Because I don't know if I can believe everything I see on social media. And just like you can cause widespread panic with one false social media post, you can also cause me to not take an emergency serious because it's on social media. By the time I determine if this post is real or not, I may be dead. So all leaders in government, please don't go chasing tweets and Instagram posts. Stick to the press conferences and the State of the Unions that you're used to. Please give Governor David Ige the biggest hee-haw, please. He could have kept that to himself.
All right.
Nobody needed to know that, your first thought once you found out that the ballistic missile threat wasn't real was to run the Twitter and tell everybody. No.
By the way, I forget my passwords all the time.
All the time. If it wasn't for my assistant, I forget it all the time. I have to ask my wife and my assistant because I forget it all the time.
And I hate when I change my password and then you can't change it back to a password you used within the last year or something similar, and then I have to make up something completely new and different.
Your wife got all your passwords?
I feel this pain.
Mm-hmm.
Your wife has all your passwords?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Drop one of clues bombs for this faithful man right here.
What about the one for the phone?
Is that the only one you heard?
Yes. No.
What about the one for the phone she doesn't know you have?
I don't have a phone that she doesn't have.
See what Angela Yee just
I'm
did?
kidding.
Angela Yee just posted an emergency alert. You know what I mean? That's what she just did. She just caused a missile to come inbound to you for no reason.
That's right.
Now
I'm kidding, yeah. I promise. I'm kidding.
And this is how I back this down. I don't have any other phone.
Wow.
It's so real in my house. My wife's eyes can open up my phone. How about that? That's how real it is in my house.
Nigga, how rich are you? What kind of phone you got to where eyes can open up phones?
It's an iPhone.
Yeah, the
it
iPhone
puts in your
X.
face. It opens your...
That's how you unlock the phone with the iPhone X, with your face recognition.
Real?
Yeah.
But
your eyes have to be open.
He said, what kind of money you got? It's an iPhone,
This is
bro.
actually current technology,
It's called
Charlie.
No, I don't have an
It's
iPhone X. My phone is not X yet. It's still little.
Don't you got the upgrade?
Y'all ain't black. Y'all don't understand that reference. Don't worry about it. It'll hit you later. It'll hit you later.
I'm black.
It'll hit you.
No, I'm black, though.
You beige.
See.
Not having no colorism conversations with y'all beige
There
Negro.
you go. All right, when we come back, shoot your shot. All right, if you want to holler at anybody, somebody, it doesn't matter, a coworker, somebody you met, and you want a little help, you need some help.
In a respectful manner, please.
In a respectful manner, yes. The Breakfast Club will help you. We'll do it when we come back. Shoot your shot. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Dan, what's up, bro?
Hey.
Hey, Dan, we're doing Shoot Your Shot now. Now, tell us your story. What's your situation, bro?
Well, recently, I had a girlfriend. We found out she was pregnant. It's kind of like that story everybody, a lot of people are used to. I got cold feet, and, I took a walk. I left.
You left your pregnant girlfriend?
That
was lame, bro.
Yeah. I realize that now.
Why did you leave your pregnant girlfriend?
I'm disgusted by you.
That was whack.
So you were planning to not take care of your kid, or you just didn't want to be with her?
No, it was more or less I just need a little time to kind of clear my head a bit. But I talked to friends and family. You know, I got a good support system, and you know, I knew I had to be in the child's life. You know, I was gone for 3 months, so which is way too long for you know.
I ain't gonna lie, you sounding like a sucker right now, my brother.
That's pretty awful, because she could have been so stressed out that could really have harmed the baby.
I don't want you back in my life when you wasn't with me for the tough times, baby. You wait till I push this baby out to try to come back around?
I'm embarrassed enough. Honestly, I am.
So did you ever see the baby? Have you ever seen the baby?
Here's the thing. For 3 months, I didn't hear nothing. I didn't get contacted. I didn't get no phone call. No
you think? I wouldn't have called you punk ass either.
Well, you left.
Yeah, you did leave. You walked right out, bro.
Which you're right. I probably deserved it. But I found it weird that I didn't get contacted at all.
Why would I contact you when you left me high and dry?
You walked out.
Can you imagine how that makes a woman feel, bro? Seriously, she's pregnant, and she's like, yo, I'm pregnant, and then you just ghost on her.
She already got her hormones going crazy.
Yeah, that's lame.
After thinking about it, I know I was wrong. That's why I wanted to make up for whatever I missed out on.
What do you think's going to happen this morning, sir? Like, seriously, what do you want us to do?
If you guys can help me out, I want to come back. I want to put everything behind us, and got to be in this child's life. It has to happen.
I do agree that a child needs both his parents, but as far as you and her being together, I can't co-sign that. I just can't do it.
That would be ideal, but however it goes, I need to be in the child's life.
All right. Well, let's call her. What's her name?
Her name is Shay.
All right, we're gonna call Shay when we come back. And you better do a lot of begging. You better do a lot of apologizing. I don't
know if I would trust you if I was her.
I wouldn't take her back if I was you. I'm not.
Take him back.
Take him back.
Yeah, I wouldn't take him back if I. You know what I mean. I wouldn't take you back, you bum. But I do agree. You need to be in the child's life, though.
Good luck. Good luck. We'll do it when we come back. Hold on, all right?
Thank you.
I will give her a call when we come back. Keep it locked. It's the Breakfast Club. It's Shoot Your Shot. Revolt TV is the Breakfast Club. Good morning. It's DJ Envy, Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Now we're in the middle of Shoot Your Shot. We have Dan on the line, and he's going to call his baby mom, Shay. Well, Dan, let's make the call.
Hello?
Shay, it's Dan.
I know who it is.
I haven't heard from you, and, you know, I just want you to know that I cleared my head about a lot of stuff, talked to some friends and family, and I need this. I have to be in the child's life. I can't go any longer without you contacting me.
Okay. Hold up. First of all, you haven't spoken to me in 3 months. I called you so many times, and after you ignored me and treated me like I'm like shit, I stopped talking to you. I stopped calling. I stopped trying. But honestly, it's too late. Like, that ship has sailed a long time ago.
Look, between me and you, that's fine. But I got to be in our child's life.
Well, that's another conversation we would have had months ago if you weren't avoiding me. It's not your child.
Yeah, that's what I like to hear.
On,
Good morning, Shay.
Hey,
this
Shay.
is the Breakfast Club. Charlamagne the God, Angela Yee, DJ Envy. I am proud of you, Shay. Okay, I told this sucker that he did not deserve to be back with you after he left you high and dry when you was pregnant, and I'm glad the baby's not his.
Now, Shay,
God is good all the time.
Shay, you're not saying this just because you're angry, are you?
No. Oh my God, I cannot believe I got the whole Breakfast Club in my life.
Tell me about the glory of God, baby. Tell me how good God is. Go ahead, tell us. Why is it not his?
Well, God is really good. God is amazing, because turns out that the baby's daddy was somebody else, and he and I are in a relationship right now, and he's amazing.
So did you get a test and everything though to make sure?
Yeah, we did.
I am going to overlook your whorish ways because this is what God wanted for you. I am proud of you, Shay. Tell that sucker hang up the phone. Don't ever call you. Lose your number. Y'all ain't got no reason to be together.
Yeah, you are
Now,
a sucker,
Dan, I'd like to hear what Dan has to say about this now, Dan. Do you feel like this is karma?
Exactly. This is exactly why I got cold feet when I found out you're pregnant.
Oh, don't try to act hard now, Dan. No, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. I'm trying to flip the script now, Dan.
We never asked Dan why he just walked away, Dan, and maybe that was the reason. Was that the reason?
I got scared, but also, this is exactly why I was nervous about having a child with her because I could never get it.
Oh, Dan, your energy changed. Your energy changed. A little while ago, I want to be with the kid. I want to be back with her. Now, all of a sudden, this is why you didn't want to do such and such. Kiss my ass, Dan, and kiss Shay's ass, and kiss the little baby's ass, too, and kiss the real daddy's ass as well.
Dan might have dodged the bullet. Maybe that was the reason why Dan walked out, because she thought Shay was cheating on him. You don't know.
Well, you know what?
Yeah, right.
He wouldn't have been stressed out for all these months if he would have just kept in contact and known what really happened.
Exactly.
This is messy.
Well,
But it seems like everybody wins.
yeah, everybody should be happy. It seems like it.
Congratulations, Shay.
Thank you so much.
And then listen, that new man you with, the real baby daddy, his penis is huge, isn't it?
What?
You already know.
Don't leave your man
blowing
out,
your back
Charlotte.
out better than Dan ever could, isn't he?
Why you want to know? All right. Well, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Go cry, Dan. Dan gonna cry in the car.
He gonna cry in the car.
He gonna cry in the car.
Goodbye. Goodness gracious. That was Shoot Your Shot. Rumors on the way. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Morning, everybody. It's DJ NV Angela Yee. Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Yo.
Now we got about what? We got rumors on the way. What we talking about in the rumors?
Yes, we'll talk about Too Short. He responds to these allegations of sexual battery. Hear what he has to say.
Okay. We'll get into all that when we come back. All right. It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning. Everybody, it's DJ NV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the Guy. We are the Breakfast Club. Let's get to the rumors. Let's talk Too Short.
Well, Too Short is being sued, and that's for sexually assaulting a woman, Tiana Lewis, allegedly. Now, according to Too Short, he spoke to TMZ, and he said this whole thing is a money grab. Check out his side of the story.
It can only be extortion. It's not anything else. They want money. For a while there, I thought it was something other, but now I know for a fact it's all about money. So my only choice is to counter-sue for slander and get a restraining order, and anything else to just get this out of my life, you know? This was an artist I wanted to sign. We were supposed to work together, and we started to, but then when it didn't become a full-fledged thing where you can work with us, my producers, my studio, and my label, then it was like, you raped me.
He has to prove that he's being extorted, though, right?
Yeah, I'm sure he can somehow, some way, and I love that. Yeah, if somebody false claim,
well, we're not sure, but you know, he's saying that he has evidence. So right now, it's just until we find out what happened. He is saying that it's not true, and I would hope that he has some evidence. Here's what else he had to say.
The most we ever did was foreplay, and I don't know how you're gonna take some foreplay incident and turn it into crime or something. So, you know, consent is starting to be a very fine line, and I just feel like there's nothing that I would ever do that's not consensual. I'm pretty sure that these women are telling the God's honest truth, but there's a few out there who probably are trying to do the money grab. So I just feel like if those of you out there are lying, I mean, you're messing up the movement for everybody else.
Yeah, I mean, that is the conversation that men should be having with women. Like, what is the blueprint for all these single guys out here that's still running the street? What is the blueprint to avoid sexual assault, sexual harassment, rape charges?
Right. So
what is the blueprint?
We'll see
what's acceptable, what's not acceptable, what's too far, what's not too far.
We'll see what ends up happening with this whole case. Now, congratulations to Laverne Cox. She is the first trans woman ever on the cover of Cosmopolitan magazine. Now, she said, trans women deserve to be loved out in the open and in the light, let go of fear, and live a fun, fearless life. If I can do it, you can do it. As a black transgender woman, I've often been kept a secret by the men I've dated. So when my ex-boyfriend introduced me to his dad and invited me to spend Hanukkah with him and his family, it was the most special thing ever.
Don't drop one of Clues bombs for Laverne Cox. When the hell is Orange is the New Black new season coming back?
I don't know, but she's on the cover of the Say Yes to Love issue. So that issue is going to explore the need for visibility with regards to various forms of gender identity and sexuality. So congratulations to her, first ever trans woman on the cover of Cosmopolitan magazine. Now, another collab mixtape for the Migos, and this time it's Takeoff and Lil Yachty. They have a project coming out together, and Lil Yachty announced it on Instagram Live, and here is what he posted. I guess somewhat of a preview of what's going to be on this mixtape.
Y'all don't do what y'all say. Where is the money? Please point me that way. It's QC till I OD. Bad bitch, small waist, pretty face. Having my way, have it. She let me know in my face. Stay in your place, shut up and stay out the way. Shut up, decided what I'm gonna do today. I'ma go ride the rain, I'ma go ride the rain. I wanna look at the stars today.
All right, so that's going to be coming out.
I love the fact that they just keep all the money in their family.
And the Culture 2 album, the Migos album, is coming out January 26th.
I saw Quavo say that Takeoff is the best member of the Migos.
I saw that too.
And I've been said that as far as like lyrics are concerned. I like Quavo and I like Offset, but Takeoff actually be spitting if you pay attention to what he's saying.
All right, now Peter Guns, as you know, he and Amina Butterfly are getting divorced. And he said in an exclusive interview with Gossip, he said, "We got married on the shakiest grounds ever. When the wedding was over, she went home and I was living with someone. The way we got married, how do we expect for something like that to last?" He said their divorce is uncontested and the two already have worked things out, like child support and custody of their 2 young daughters. Once they both sign, all that's left to do is have a judge okay everything. So apparently he said that Amina is dope. She's a dream person in your life. It's just not meant for us to be married. I admire the mother she is to my kids and the loyalty she has for me. He also is not planning to get back together with Tara, his longtime on and off partner. And he said he's basically dating, but not either one of them. All right. Well, I'm Angela Lee, and that's your Rumor Report. I'm trying to get these Oscar nominations because, you know, they were announcing them live. I believe Tiffany Haddish is there announcing as well.
Mm-hmm.
You got them? All right.
Any of them?
All right. So they've been refreshing these for Best Picture. The nominations, Get Out was nominated.
Okay.
Call Me By Your Name, Phantom Thread, Darkest Hour, Dunkirk, The Shape of Water, Lady Bird, The Post, 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri.
Oh, they say Mary J. Blige got an Oscar nomination. Drop on the clues bombs for Mary J. Blige.
That's dope. What's she nominated for?
I don't know.
But this is all
Natina from Def Jam just texted me that.
Right now, let me see. I'm trying to find. Oh, Mary J. Blige, actress in a supporting role. She got nominated. Octavia Spencer got nominated for The Shape of Water.
Did Tiffany Haddish get nominated?
Let's see. This is all just happening. I don't see Tiffany Haddish on here, but I don't know.
Well, we'll tell you after the mix. After the mix,
Yeah,
I'm sure we can fill you guys in some more.
This is breaking news to see, but congratulations to Mary J. Blige.
Shout out to Mary.
Octavia Spencer for getting nominated as well. Jordan Peele got nominated for Best Director for Get Out.
Okay.
Which is huge. Denzel got nominated for Best Actor in a Leading Role for Roman J. Israel Esquire.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
All right, we'll fill you in the rest of them after the mix. All right, Revolt, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Everybody else, the People's Choice mix is up next. Let me know.